The biggest addiction in this country isn't drugs or alcohol. It's ugly men, and some of you just can't quit them for some reason.
We have an ugly man on screen advising women to not date ugly men. But gentlemen, what the hell is going on? Welcome back to hell. Welcome back to your daily reminder as to why dating is screwed. Again, as we have a woman here, presumably a woman. Look, guys, women can be delusional. It's alright, we get it. I mean, we don't expect it to change. But if you're going to be delusional and arrogant, at least be attractive, you know, at least have something to back it off. If you look like Peppa Pig, and you're saying that women have a problem of dating ugly men, who are you to talk? Jeez, I have snakes in my tomb that are more appealing than you. But anyway, guys, let's move on to our TikTok segment. We have 3 TikToks lined up, and then an article story about a woman asking if she should end it, a relationship. But now, let's get started.
I don't hate men, but you know what I do hate? Is when I go to order a drink and men stare at me and they watch me pay. And then they start talking to me. And you know what else I hate? I hate when I'm carrying something heavy and a man just stares at me as I carry it up a flight of stairs. And then he offers to help me.
How dare they? How dare these men not pay for your drinks before they talk to you? How dare they not carry your groceries all the way from the shop to your home and then massage your feet for a while? How dare they, you know, guys?
Get it inside my apartment. Once he already watched me do all the heavy lifting. I also hate the fact that if I wear a dress like this out, the first thing men will ask me is if I have a boyfriend, instead of, are you interested in me? Hey, what a question. Are you interested in me? The answer is fuck no. But why is it, do you have a boyfriend? Because here's the thing, if I say no to that, then you think you have a fucking shot. You don't. Boyfriend or not, I'm not interested in you. So that's the question you should actually be asking. And just so we're clear, I don't hate men, but I just hate these things that you do.
No, it's alright. I don't hate women, but I hate like 99% of their modern women behavior, so I get what you mean. Have, of course, the mandatory tattoos and the pig piercing. What a red flag. What a massive red flag. And of course, the attitude that usually comes with those things. But this woman, guys, notice how she doesn't like men. She doesn't want to be entertained by these men. But at the same time, well, why aren't you paying for my drinks? Why aren't you carrying my groceries? You mule, you donkey. That's what you're here for. You servant, peasant, you know. These women, the I don't need no men, are the ones who, interestingly enough, rely on them for the vast majority of things in their life. Also, you hate men, it's mutual, don't worry. Nobody's interested in you as well. They just want to get between your pants. You really have nothing else to offer, so don't worry. They're not really that interested in you, you know? But when it comes to even the most superficial attention, I always love it, guys, because these women say they hate it. They hate catcalling. They hate men just calling on them and stuff like that. They cannot live without it. They can't. If men were to stop talking to these women, if men were to stop paying them attention, guys, they will crumble. They will implode. They will pass away. They cannot live without the attention, especially now that they are so used to it. I tell you what, guys, I wish I could just, if a genie came to me and asked me for 3 things, I will tell him I want men to stop paying attention to women for 1 week. 1 week, no more. You will see all these boss babes crumble to the ground. Now, let's move on to our 3rd one. And this is one you've seen on the channel a few times. A feminist, guys. A ravaging feminist. Let's take a listen. The marriage of scam.
Ladies, if a man gives you a ring and
The scam of marriage, I meant to say.
man gives you a ring and proposes marriage to you, it's because he's done playing the field, he's done trying to get all the ladies, he's maybe balding a little bit, he can't get the ladies anymore, so now he has to settle down. And settling down means finding somebody who's available that likes him enough to put up with his shit, and then he makes you feel special with a ring. He just needs access to a woman's body for the rest of his life. He can't go out and play the field and get the women he used to, so now he'll get married, because marriage is making sure you have it, because it's getting a little scary out there when I can't pick up these ladies, so I better...
That's literally what women do. Not men. It's women who reach a certain point where they can no longer secure chads. They can no longer secure the type of men they've been chasing after, so they settle down with what is essentially a plan B. A retirement plan is how they view it, the ring and all that. It's not men. For men, guys, usually, if a man is attractive, he's probably going to get women up until his 60s or 70s. You know what I mean? If he's unattractive, he's probably never had access to women regardless. You know what I mean? There's no settling down for men. Again, it's women. It's women who base their success in dating solely on their looks in most of the times. And they are the ones who, when their looks drop, have to settle down for a simp who can provide and be a retirement plan. Because the men who respect themselves don't even glimpse in their direction. I don't know what this woman is yapping about, but the whole thing is upside down.
Scary out there when I can't pick up these ladies, so I better settle down and get married. Marriage for a man is just maintaining access to a lady's body, to making sure they always have access to that, because they need it. Because they will go crazy without access to a lady's body. They're extremely borny. All the way up until the day they die. Just...
No, that's true, actually.
Borny. So marriage is to make sure that you stay and sleep in his bed, and he always has access to a lady's body. He's done trying to find, like, what kind of hot lady I can get. That was cool. Now what other kind of hot lady I can get? He can't get the hot women anymore, so he's settling down and getting married to you. It's not an honor. It's not an accomplishment. You're literally just a free Bex worker when you get married.
There's this saying, guys, I cannot quite quote it, but it was like, a thief thinks that everyone is of his condition or something like this. Meaning that when you're a thief and you rob every day, you think that everyone thinks like you and behaves like you, and you expect all people to steal from you because you think they share the same condition as you. So it's the same with this woman. Because she is a harpy, because she views men only as providers, only as walking ATM machines, she reflects that upon men and thinks that men do the same. When in reality, it's not the case. There are so many men out there that want to have a family, want to have kids, want to provide for their wives. There's so many men out there. But again, she reflects because she only views men as objects that can be used for her own advantage. She thinks that they must do the same, you know? Her brain is so little. She knows so little about this world, about relationships and all that, that because she cannot understand men, she cannot view them as complex human beings, she has to bring them down to her level, which is a very miserable and pitiful one. We'll leave this woman behind, guys. I'm always happy to leave her behind, but she'll appear in some other video. Also, Ampu, can you hide for a minute? This shot is actually quite terrifying. I don't know, guys, have you played Five Nights at Freddy's? Have these jump scares from animatronics, and she looks like one of them. She looks like as if your electricity has just gone out and you're waiting to see if you're gonna die, and the animatronic pops out, you know, shouting like, "Bah!" So, quite terrifying, not gonna lie. Ampu doesn't like this woman either, guys. I'm gonna be absolutely frank with you. Ampu tries to be unbiased, but he can't really hide his emotions with this one. So let's move on to our last one, guys, which is gonna be a woman yapping and crying 1,020,000 how hard it is to be single.
I really didn't want this to be the case, but I have come to the realization that being single is the most exhausting endeavor I have ever pursued. If you are single, you might be able to relate to this. Being single is literally so tiring. If you are not swiping on the apps, finding someone who knows the best spot in town for tacos, then you are also manifesting in your journal. Probably not if you're a man, because men are afraid of manifesting, but you're manifesting in your journal.
Oh, wow. Are you guys afraid of manifesting? Look, you don't have to be afraid, all right? Just try it, baby steps. Yeah, guys, you don't have to be afraid of manifesting. Get your manifesting journal, get started with it, all right?
You're on social media and your dating coaches are just giving you advice, and you're like, okay, I should be a black cat, and they're like, no playing games. So like your mind is just like going a mile a minute. I literally will do like Reiki, energy work. I'll see psychics. I'll spend my money on that shit, which is...
It's embarrassing is the word you're looking for. These women, guys, are spending money on like dating couches, psychics, tarot, I know, magical stones. I don't even know what the hell they're spending their money on. Embarrassing. And it never works. Has a single woman in this entire world benefited from a dating couch? Especially from a TikTok one. These dating couches that are always single, matter of fact. And these dating couches, she said one thing that is true. They contradict each other. All the time, guys, all the time. One woman says something, the other dating couch says the total opposite. We in the manosphere, we have different takes on certain aspects, we disagree on certain things, but for the most part, our message is straight. We agree with each other's message, you know? But these dating couches, they cannot agree on one thing. It's really shameful.
Just something to psychoanalyze for later. I have realized this, that as a single person, we have to do so much because we're trying to find our person. And at the same time, we're going to our friends' weddings. We're going to our friends' baby showers. And we're looking at them and we're like, was it the Reiki master that helped you find Joe? No, it probably wasn't the Reiki master. And I'm a believer that everything happens in its own time. But seriously, check in on your single friends. We're exhausted.
Sorry, don't have the time for that, don't care. You expect these women that played their cards right and now have a family that they have to take care of and are teaching and raising their children, you expect them to pay attention to you, who have been probably messing around in your early years? Oh, take a look at us, we're struggling. Of course you are, you moron. You've wasted your years with your stupid demands and expectations. She also asks, I don't think the Reiki master or some crap like that, another bullcrap term, helped these women get married. Yeah, coincidentally, if you ask literally every single woman that is married, she'll tell you that she didn't get married and succeed with her family because of a dating couch. Coincidentally, right? They are currently in this world not a single couple that is striving because of a dating couch. So, make of that what you will, eh? Guys, they are polar opposites. Really, they are. These women, you have on one hand women that take dating seriously. They think about the future. They think what they can provide. They think what type of men they want in their lives. They don't mess around. And these women, guys, in really most of the cases, there are some unlucky ones, but in most of the cases, they end up with a family and a happy one at that. And yet these women, they always, mess around, have multiple boyfriends. I don't know what I want in life. I'm just going along. Hot girl summers, club nights. They always end up in the same situation. They're paying money to some psychic, listening to some dating couch yapping, paying $40 for her course of how to be a black cat. I don't sympathize with them in the slightest. But now, guys, let's move on to our article story as I have it lined here. Will I end this? Alright, this is a woman talking. I, 33 female, have been getting to know a man, 47 male, since August 1st. For the purpose of this story, we'll call him David. David lives 1,000 miles away from me, but I have visited him once, about 2 weeks ago. So, 1,000 miles I will walk for you, and 1,000 more. I honestly can't remember the lyrics of that song, but there was a song about 1,000 miles, right? That it was a reference to that. Not as funny when I have to explain it, but this is the cringe channel. There have been some red flags. The first one is that David often raises his voice and doesn't allow me to talk during disagreements. I am a victim of DV, I don't know what that is, some sort of depression maybe, and I've shared this with David. He promises to stop and then continues to do so because he says I'm not being heard. When I visited, which he begged me to do because I was apprehensive after the yelling, he was on his best behavior and we had a great time. Then afterwards, he complained that I didn't show him much physical affection. He's also created a list of things that I need to work on, but there is no such list for himself. He's shared our disagreements with his family/friends, and now they obviously dislike me. I inquired about spending Thanksgiving together, and he said it's too early, but he has always spent holidays with other girlfriends within a matter of months. He has also refused to make it official with us, citing the things I need to work on, one of them being my weight. I have a 4-year-old son and I'm a single mom. I spend holidays alone, so it's hurtful to me that he doesn't want to be together. Will I walk away from this? It feels as if I must prove myself worthy of being with. I've been feeling pretty badly about myself now. Early on he was talking marriage. He's been divorced over 10 years, but now it seems like I have to jump through hoops to be loved by him. Well, what do you think, guys? Who do you think is to blame here? Who do you think is the main problem? The man, I would say. If you disagree, feel free to disagree. I think the man is a massive red flag, capital M, and this woman should absolutely leave him. And the reason why I'm sharing this story is because when a woman shares this sort of story, especially the blue pill guys are quick to jump to the conclusion that, oh, the man sucks and all that, which he does. But what's funny to me is that if we reverse the scenario, guys, this is the scenario that you find in most relationships, right? Let's read again some of the things and tell me if you can think of one relationship you know of. The woman, we will switch David for the woman. The woman often raises her voice and doesn't allow me to talk during disagreements. How many times have you heard women say, oh, you don't understand me. No, you don't understand me. Or you're not validating their emotions. So they call you out on it, you know? Or for example, you think logically and you want to solve the problem, but they don't want you to think logically because then you will hold them accountable because their whole little tantrum is not based on anything real, but rather on the fact that they feel unstable and insecure, you know? So they will manipulate you, gaslight you, all these things. Let's read some more. Oh yeah, this part. He's also created a list of things that I need to work on, but there is no such list for himself. This is probably the thing out of this whole story that I find women doing the most. When they're part of relationships, they will give you like 1,000 things you need to work on. I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like the other thing. All the time, oh, you didn't behave properly on this one, you didn't make me feel like a woman this other situation. But they never speak about them. You don't hear these women saying, I need to improve this. No, actually for this problem, I was the issue. I was the one who created it. You never hear that. There are men who do this as well, but like the vast majority of cases are women, guys. Based on two things. First off, men are problem solvers. So men naturally want to take that role of taking the accountability and taking the blame to solve problems. And then on the other hand, you have women's reluctance to be held accountable. They don't like it. They don't want you pointing the finger at them and telling them that they should improve anything at all. Also, the sharing disagreements with family and friends. This is again something that women tend to do. As we saw in today's episode, a woman airing on the internet her marital problems instead of speaking to her boyfriend. Then this other thing, he has always spent holidays with other girlfriends within a matter of months, but he's not willing to do it for her. How does that make you feel? Well, that's how we men feel when you have been spreading your legs for every chat on the first night, yet you want to make us wait. When you've been 304ing around for decades and then you expect the next serious boyfriend to take you seriously and take it slow and all that. Hell no. You've given all these other people what's supposed to be intimate for free, and now we have to work for it. It's the same as the she wants attention, she wants to feel special on holidays, and she's granted his attention, his validation to multiple other women, but he's not willing to do it for you. It's not nice, eh? And I think there was another thing. Yeah, this is the final one. She has to prove herself worthy. Again, this is something that men have to go through. Women, most of the cases, guys, a lot of men are simps, and the only reason why they are with women is because they find them attractive, right? But even the men who respect themselves, in most of the times, the only thing they require out of women is be attractive, be pleasant. You don't have to prove anything. You're not worthy, I just give you my love unconditionally. You know, this is what a lot of men do. They don't require women to prove themselves. It's women who require men to prove themselves. You have to have a nice job. You have to be taller. You have to be more attractive. You have to be more intelligent. You have to strive amongst your peers. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have to take care of things. You have to be a man. You know, you have to be respected by other people. It's women. It's with women with whom you constantly feel like you're walking on thin ice. And if you slip, it's over. She's gonna lose respect. She's gonna leave you. She's gonna find someone better because she has so many options. You know? So this whole story, guys, I think this woman should leave this man. I think this woman doesn't love her. I think this woman should look at something else. But it just strikes me that this whole thing can be switched. The gender can be switched. And you will meet like 2 out of 3 relationships are like this. The woman is the aggressor. The woman is the user who is manipulating and mentally using the man. Yet nobody seems to understand that, you know? But gentlemen, really liked reading this article story. I think it exposes how a lot of women behave, and people just don't notice the red flags. So what do you think about that, guys? Thank you for joining. Thank you for making Ampus Day better. I hope you're all holding out fine. And you can check me on Patreon if you want to see more exclusive content. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.